right? They're really great people that come make an impact on you. And when it comes time to say goodbye to that person, you want to make sure that you do it well. And as soon as our TWB family found out that Mr. Dixon was going to retire, immediately so many people reached out and said, hey, we have to do something. Like, we've got to show him the impact he has made on us and on our kids. So we have a few things tonight that we'd like to present Mr. Dixon in your honor, so if you would come join us. First, we talked to Mrs. Dixon, who's very helpful, and as you guys know, he's making a really big move. We're not just saying bye, like, you're like going. So Mrs. Dixon gave us a hint of a few things that you might could use. They're wrapped up beautifully, but there's some pretty cool stuff in there. And Mr. Dixon, it's from your TWB family. They all joined in and contributed so we could get you some really nice stuff to send you off. Like any teenager in this room right now would be thrilled to get what you're getting in those presents. I promise you. So this is from your TWB family. We want to present this to you. You guys know what's in there. Okay, and then on top of that, our theme in Wiley ISD as a district this year is legacy. We have a theme every year. They're always really fun. We have a good time with our themes. When I heard the theme this year, and I had a little bit of an idea of what was coming, I thought how appropriate that in Mr. Dixon's last year, our whole theme as a district is legacy. I was like, we could do some really cool stuff with this throughout the year. I had some ideas. And every time I went to him and said, okay, Mr. Dixon, I want to do this, and he would shoot me down. He's like, it's not about me, Joey, it's about the kids. Every time, didn't you? He didn't, no, take my name off of that, or no, don't do that. But now it's time. So thank you for making it about our kids, but now it's time. So if Kevin and Lori Chalmers will come join me. We have had a family who, out of their generosity, found an amazing way to honor Mr. Dixon's legacy. So here are some words. When we heard that Mr. Dixon was retiring, it was bittersweet. We're immediately excited for him and his wife Aurora and the new retired life they'd soon enjoy together in North Carolina. At the same time, though, we didn't want to see him leave. Like so many other band parents who've come and gone after Mr. Dixon's 18 years here at Wiley High School, it's pretty incredible. We too found ourselves incredibly grateful for everything he has done for TWB, all of these amazing kids, and even us as parents. He's been so much more than a band director. Year after year, he's helped transform TWB into a family of parents and kids from all walks of life who can be themselves and be accepted in TWB. He taught our kids music and how to march, but he also taught them integrity, hard work, commitment, dedication, and humility. Before Mr. Dixon leaves, we wanted to do something for him to ensure that his contributions and his legacy with Wiley High School and that Wiley band would always be remembered. After talking a little bit with Mr. Dixon about some ideas and some help from the Wiley ISD Education Foundation, we are so proud to announce tonight that 2 endowments have been funded in Mr. Dixon's name so that his legacy can continue. And Kevin and Lori are going to tell us about these.
Thank you, Joey, for saying those words for us, because I don't know that we would have been able to get them out. The first endowment is called the TWB Todd Dixon Legacy Scholarship. And this endowment funds this scholarship, which serves as a tribute to Mr. Dixon, who dedicated 18 years to guiding and inspiring students through music and transformed that Wiley band into a family rooted in camaraderie, service, and personal dedication. Beyond the accolades, Mr. Dixon's legacy lies in the invaluable life skills he imparted to his students: integrity, commitment, hard work, time management, humility, and a sense of belonging. His mantra of ending every rehearsal with "love ya" cultivated an environment of care and support, inspiring students to excel in both music and life. So beginning this spring, the TWB Todd Dixon Legacy Scholarship honors Mr. Dixon's remarkable impact offering a $500 scholarship to a senior TWB student who reflects the same values and principles, ensuring your influence for generations.
And we have one more endowment that we wanted to do for Mr. Dixon. In fact, this one was his idea because we worked with him directly on both of these. This one is called the TWB Dixon Composition Initiative. I don't know of anything else like this, so it's pretty unique. This endowment grant honors Mr. Dixon's remarkable legacy by funding the TWB Dixon Composition Initiative, a program that supports the creation of new wind band compositions. Beginning this spring, this initiative will annually commission new works from prominent composers and ensures that Wiley Band is recognized as a key participant in consortium projects for concert band literature. Through this endowment, the legacy of Mr. Dixon's dedication to artistic excellence and his passion for music lives on, continuing to inspire both students and audiences through contemporary wind band compositions. The TWB Dixon Composition Initiative not only celebrates Mr. Dixon's exceptional career, but also ensures the lasting impact of his vision, advancing Wiley Band's artistic growth while honoring his profound influence on music education.
All right, Mr. Schrader, if we can go one more slide. I just thought this was such a beautiful way when the Chalmers family approached with this, just such an amazing way to honor Mr. Dixon's legacy. If you want to be a part of donating to this to ensure that this continues to give for years and years to come, we do have the QR codes up there. Some of you had already reached out and said, hey, we didn't get to give to this gift. Is there anything else we can do? This is an amazing way to honor Mr. Dixon's work. So one last thing, and then I hand the mic to you, sir. Wiley Band. There are two important words that Mr. Dixon says at the end of every rehearsal, right? What are they? So you guys, tonight we're gonna flip it on him. He usually says it, and then you say it back, right? Tonight, you're gonna say it to him first. You ready? Band, you ready? Everybody ready? Okay, we're gonna count down 1, 2, 3. I want to hear it really, really loud. One last time. Here we go, Wiley Band. 1, 2, 3.
Love you!
First of all, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's really weird to think about not being here, okay? And I'm not gonna go too long because we want to hear some more music and have a great concert. And I have lots of stories, so I have them on my phone. No. But I love the old band story that I tell the kids all the time. When I got here, there was a cornfield across the street, you know? And get off my lawn. But it's true, there was a cornfield. Rush hour was actually about 30 minutes around here. And I like telling them I've actually been teaching here longer than they've been alive. And I started teaching last century. So there are the things, right? Just to be transparent and everything. And I always feel that, you know, what we're doing here is we're teaching kids. We're teaching kids music, but we're teaching them life all the time through everything we do. And so, me leaving has to do with my faith, my family, and then my job, okay? And we all know that when you keep things in order, your life tends to go well, and when you get them out of order, things don't. So, you know, my wife had trouble with allergies in Texas so bad that we decided that we weren't going to live like this. Through our faith and through our family, we decided we're going to do something different. And I just so happen that I'm able to hit my retirement number. So that's the why. It's never about anything other than that, okay? And years and years of little people around here with big exoskeletons, because they look big, but they're just kids. They're pretty awesome. And it's been an honor to teach year after year. And some of the things that we
teach and that we talk about, most have, are on a daily basis. Yeah, we talk about music, but I think our mission statement says a lot of things. I think camaraderie is important when you're in relationship with somebody. It's really, really, and you work hard. You have to have that person. You have to have that camaraderie. You have to do that thing together. You have to sweat and work a little together. Okay. Service. To me, service is a big thing. And anybody who knows me knows it is. And I put this on the screen for the Win Symphony the other day. And this is from Aristotle. You all know this person? This is like 2,300 years ago. What is the essence of life? To serve others and do good. Right? So serving your community because it blesses others, but it blesses you too. And if everybody knows my little speech about service. If you're in service to each other in a commensurate manner, it avoids conflict. If we have conflict, it's because one part of that went sideways. Somebody was always serving and the other person wasn't, or vice versa. So service is really important. So get out there and do something. Dedication. It's hard waking up, especially like the March again. Like getting up every morning to be here before 7 a.m. That's dedication. Okay, and doing it with your friends makes it a little easier, but you have to work at it. It's not anything you're born with, and you have to learn it. And I think it's important to learn, because too often we find those easy outs. Okay, so dedication. You're going to do it from here on out. You got to be dedicated to something, because not is not an option. And then excellence. Anything that has skill with it, like playing a musical instrument, requires that you do it daily. You can't cram excellence. Okay, you can cram for a history exam where you learn the information and you're like, I don't know that anymore. Okay, but you can't cram playing a musical instrument or anything that requires a skill. And y'all are all going to have jobs that require skill. So it's really, really important. And then the other things we want you to know is that love is unconditional. And that you love because of who you are, not because of who the other person is. That's important. It's important that you learn forgiveness for yourself, not for the other person. And these are things that we try and model. Okay? There's a laundry list and I could keep going. But again, this activity that we do, and what we do here at Wiley High School, and what we talk about with kids. I was talking to somebody the other day. There's something that happens when we go from junior high and then we flip into high school, and suddenly these kids grow, right? We're like, oh my gosh, they grew. And don't take this the wrong way. I love you all. Just because their bodies got really big really quick doesn't mean that their mind and the maturity went like that too, right? So all we're doing is bringing their minds into a responsibility level to catch up with their bodies, okay? That's what this experience is about, okay? And yes, it's a family environment, and we have 300 kids in band. How do you make that a family environment? We use our leadership team. We use any way we can to make the group smaller. We use lunchtime. Come down and eat. Be part of this, okay? I'm still a little annoyed that all the board games by my office aren't used on a daily basis, but have y'all seen the board games by my office? They're called board games because you used to be bored when you'd play the game. Now you'll have a phone. So there's that. Okay, so hopefully you understand my heart for music, my heart for kids. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm not that old, okay? I told my wife I'm going to spend 2 weeks doing nothing. She said, that'll take a day. I said, you're right. So there's a couple people I want to recognize here, so please, I do have a microphone, and it's my last day to have it, so you're going to bear with me. First of all, our staff here in the music, Mark Schrader, Steve Lisco. These two guys, Mark and I have been teaching together for 11 years, Steve and I for 10 years, and we've learned a lot from each other. We've grown, and I've seen them turn into amazing parents. And I love seeing their kids around. The other night we were leaving, and the little Schrader kids were beating on drums. I'm like, yeah, hit it harder. We're having a great time. Michael Lisco, Mr. Lisco's son, when he came teaching here, my wife would watch his son on Monday nights so that he could go to marching band rehearsal. I mean, that's family, that's what you do. Alex Holloway, coming here this last year, and now becoming a dad this year has been hilarious to watch because he's pretty funny and he's such a great part of the family. And Jeremy Bailey, where are these guys at? Can y'all just wave at me? Love you guys. Jeremy's so funny because Alex talks about things about parenthood. He's like, yep. Like they both had kids a couple weeks apart from each other, but it was his second. So he's like, yep. Other people, Jason Jackson, Walter Jackson, they take care of our color guard kids, and man, those guys are just amazing with them. They love the activity and they love those kids. I couldn't ask for better colleagues around the district. Adam Powell is here with his wife Amy, taught their son, and he's just a wonderful teacher, great with kids. Missy Smith, Megan Garza, Pete Jodell, Kimberly Hernandez. I don't know if they're here, but I just love working with them because of who they are and because of what they do. Rachel Lake, same thing. Rachel used to be a private teacher here. I hired her from Ithaca College when she graduated, and she came down, didn't have, like I said, come down, you'll stay in my guest room. And she did. She stayed with us for a month until she got a place. She's an amazing person. And then the rest of our campus fine arts team. This is a weird place here, and I don't say that in a flippant way. Like, there are not many places I know of where the fine arts are considered to be such a core part of the kids and their growth. Because of the things I mentioned earlier, that is what allows them to do what they do. Okay, it's not the other way around. We don't teach them music and then teach them, how to be an awesome person. It's the other way around. Because of that, they're amazing musicians. So, and then there's this one thing. Hey, y'all, what's rule number 1? Yeah. Parents, they take that home to you too. Like, they came home and said, y'all know rule. Has any parent been told rule number 1 from your kid? Just over here? Okay, great. Stuff like that, like, no complaint. Why? Because as adults, we know that leads to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. We can complain a lot about a lot of stuff, but we have a lot of things that we're blessed on. So, to wrap up, just thank you. Thank you for the years. I want to thank Mr. Lambert. He and I got here together, and it's been great having this wonderful relationship with somebody who is here now, fine arts director, and just a friend. The person before us, Mr. Light, who was here from 1990 to 2007. There have been 2 band directors leading the Wiley High School band that span 36 years. That's huge. That's huge. And it's because we love kids around here. It's such a great place to raise our kids. Mine grew up here and graduated here, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So, in conclusion, thank you so much for all you do for your kids. Thank you so much for being in the arts. I wish I could thank every kid sitting here and all the ones in the audience, because Alexa, they're all up there. Y'all are still 18 when you graduate, okay? Like, you'll be actually like 35 and have a kid or something, but to me, you'll always be 18. You just, however you graduated, that's how it is. So you're welcome, okay? All right. Hey, thank you so much. I feel loved, I feel blessed, and my wife said, are you going to cry? I said, I don't know. And the only reason I'm not is because I'm filled with joy. I'm filled with joy. I'm so happy that whatever I could do here had an impact on kids, because I worked really hard at it and got up really early, but it's because they're totally worth it every single day. So thank you.